So, hi everyone, this is a weekly reading for the week beginning the 24th of June to the 30th of June 2019. Can you believe it? We're already halfway through the year. That's a little bit crazy. But anyway, I'll not do that boring chat. Everybody always says things like that, don't they? But it really does feel like it was Christmas, like a blink of an eye ago. It's just crazy. Right, so we're in a lot of all the feels energy. We're in Cancer season, so happy birthday, Cancer suns. And we're in Pisces moon as I'm recording, the very emotional, very psychic, very intuitive, mystical energy. Also brings up a lot of fears because it's the house of the deepest fears, and a card's just fell on the floor. Can I stay out of shot? Well, I wasn't in the shot that much, so that's fine. We'll keep it. And so I was just trying to decide, oh, will I start again, but fuck that. So that's kind of the feels of right now on Sunday, isn't it? It's kind of like, oh, God, you know, Cancer sun is emotional enough. And then Pisces moon is pretty goddamn emotional too. So I'm just struggling to stay awake, to be honest. But if I go to my bed too early, I'll just be awake all night. So that's kind of how I'm feeling. But anyway, it's interesting. We've got uplift your thoughts. And again, if you tuned into my Facebook Live, which was, I've done it today, so that would be Monday. So if you go back and looked, I've pinned it just now. It might not be the pin post when you go and look, depending on when I post this. But anyway, it was very similar to this. I used these cards and I actually pulled Be Positive, and I pulled quite a few. I can't remember what all of them were, but there was something about, it was Be Positive and Laughter were two of the cards. And I said something about it is just because, you know, Cancer is a very beautiful energy, but it is very sensitive. And again, I'm always saying that sensitive to me is it's like anything. It's really amazing traits, and it's got other things that kind of make you quite vulnerable with being sensitive. And I would say when you're sensitive, you know, you just pick up everything. Like you're like a magnet. So again, like if you're good with feelings, it means you're going to soak up everybody else's feelings as well. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely one of those people too. So it's just, you've got to really, you know, really amp up your self-care and your self-love, I would say. Like for me, that is just quite simply that that I made it clear that tonight I'm like, look, I don't want any visitors or anything. I can't really bother talking to anyone. I just kind of want to chill and like be myself, you know what I mean? Because I saw people during the day today, and that's more than fair enough. It's just about, you know, letting people know where your boundaries are at, basically. And that's interesting that I'm saying that, because again, Cancer and Pisces are both kind of notorious for having lack of boundaries, because Cancer is very much about like kind of like the mothering and the nurturing and taking care of everyone, but to the point where sometimes, you know, for instance, if this is you, then it might mean that you're taking care of everyone else and then you've not really taken care of yourself. And Pisces is literal lack of boundaries, but I would say both Cancer and Pisces, lots of issues with boundaries do come up. So watch that with yourself, where people are overstepping your boundaries and where you have to take personal responsibility to let people know what your boundaries are. Or in some cases, you might actually be the person that's doing that to other people. So again, it's always good to, you know, to be aware of these things. And then also, I must be going on about that so much because we've got Mercury in Cancer as well. We've got Mars in Cancer. We've got the North Node in Cancer. So yeah, there's a lot of energy to do with boundaries as well, I would say. And it says, uplift your thoughts. Focus your attention on the many blessings that surround you. By doing so, you'll let go of depression, poor self-esteem, and excess weight. My God, that is scarily in line with where I'm at. But no, it's like on a serious note, like I'm being serious. Like I got into a bad habit of just eating chocolate every night. But it was to the point where, like, fair enough, a little bit of chocolate, but you can't sit and eat a giant bar of dairy milk every night. Do you know what I mean? And that is literally what I've done a few nights. So it's just kind of like, paid for it now. You know what I mean? But in my case, it's like whenever that happens to me, it's kind of like, you know, when I look back at, how's my life been the past 6 months? Well, I'm really happy now, but actually, and things are starting to really come into alignment, but actually, you know, I moved house in the past 8 months. Things were all a bit up in the air. So it kind of makes sense that I was a bit more stressed than usual. And it's like, yeah, and it's just, I've binged out a little bit, and that's fine. Now I'm back at yoga, I'm back at the gym, I'm walking every day. and I'll soon lose it. But again, I'm sharing that very personal info because I really do feel that a lot of other people will have got into that as well. And it's fine, you know, it's awareness. What if you feel you've done kind of similar to me and you've slipped into bad habits, it's just about checking in with yourself. You know, if you're not feeling good about where you're at with that, like I wasn't, I usually have done in the past, eating very healthily, and I just kind of got a bit lazy with that. So I'm back to juicing, back to eating healthy, back to exercising. So perhaps you need to do the same to uplift your thoughts. So interesting, but yeah, that really does feel like it's very in line with what I was saying about, although the Cancer season in general is a very lovely mother and nurturing energy, like, to be real, like, you know, it is notorious for being prone to sadness and depression, like that card says. So you've really got to watch when you know, for the next month while we're in Cancer season, you know, the beautiful things are you'll want to be all about your family or people that feel like family, soul family. Oh, I started feeling a bit of heat on my solar plexus there. So yeah, just that is, again, Spirit really drawn my attention to people's you know, happiness, either lack of happiness or happy times coming this week, I would say. But it's kind of like yeah, it's just that for the next month while we're in Cancer season, when the moon does land you know, in Pisces like it is right now, or say for instance Scorpio moon as well, it's kind of like it's so much water, and water is feeling, so it's just almost like it's a bit overwhelming, I would say. And especially with Mercury, the planet of communication, in Cancer, and Mars in Cancer and the North Node, it's just a bit overload. And then today we've got Pluto in Capricorn, 22 degrees, powerful master number, kind of like encouraging us to transform, or what are you going to change? What are you going to change to feel better? Which kind of fitted with what I said about the, you know, right, okay, you might you know, got a bit lazy in my case, or let yourself go a bit, but now it's time to get back in action and reach for the stars. So do you mean, and that might simply mean, you know, buck up your ideas with your daily routine, like, you know, what's going to serve you, perhaps getting up a bit earlier, having a gratitude practice, you know what I mean, making sure you go a walk daily is one of my ones. Just, doesn't need to be big elaborate ones, or perhaps it is, perhaps you really want to set bigger goals in your work and your time to, you know, and you're trying to get into stuff like that. Whatever it is about not playing small anymore and not giving in to these thoughts that kind of drag you down a little bit. And it says, you deserve only the best, and this is all you should focus your attention on. So again, yeah, there really is something this week about making sure that I feel it's like taking advantage of eclipse season as well, you know, because although eclipse season can be a bit like a roller coaster, I really do see it as quite a magical time where anything is possible. Look at that, before a shuffle, look at what's on the bottom of the deck, emotions. Dinthana? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but again, that says it all. I could end the weekly video now. Emotions. Like, we start the week off, because today's Monday. I don't know if I said it was Sunday when I was saying that, but, you know, so we start Monday off very in our emotions, because Cancer season's about emotions, and Pisces moon is certainly about emotions. So yeah, all the feels. Interesting. Let's shuffle another one. So again, you know how it works, guys. If you tune into these every week, some weeks I don't do it, but you know what I mean. Most of the time I do. But if you are new to me, you can either see it as it's like, you know, this is the first few cards are the start of the week, the next lot or the middle or the end, but sometimes it's just that any of the cards fit anywhere. So just go with what fits for you. Right, so going by what I said, what do we need to know for midweek, Spirit? Or just however the person's taken this for them. Miracle and wise decision and steady progress. Interesting. Right, so, and this will be into Aries moon tomorrow. So we've got miracle and it's Christ. So again, wow, I mean, that's quite powerful. I feel like this is to do with this new energy flooding into the planet. And again, that's quite interesting. He's actually holding planet Earth in his hands. So I take this to mean that, like, amongst all this, and again, this card is meaning something different to me now, uplift your thoughts. I feel that's to do with, like, again, you know, like I say, like, although Cancer energy is loving, mothering, nurturing, it's about family, it is about, you know, the sadness as well, and depression, and kind of just picking up the sadness of the world. So I'm drawn to the fact that he's holding the world. So again, it's like It's this energy of the, oh God, wait a minute, can I pick that up? It's the energy of the new earth, the old earth fading out and the new earth coming in. And it's a bit of a mixture of, some people are feeling really shit and some people are feeling like really blissed out, really. And it's a bit of a weird energy. It's like I pulled a card out of this deck that said, the world energy, you know, is I can't remember what it says. It says something about the world energy is sensitive and your sensitive body is feeling it or something. And I think that's pretty on point for what we're in right now. But it's just, I feel that this miracle card is just saying that spirit is sending miracles our way, because eclipses always do. And we are making steady progress as a collective. And it's about, you know, just make sure that you're making wise decisions regarding your own personal care and your personal health. Like, you know, it's like I said, you know, to change, to make changes in your life, it's not always big massive things. It's usually simple things like changing your daily routine, like making sure you are incorporating in gratitude to make you feel that little bit better, eating more healthy so that you've got more energy, getting out for a walk, grounding your energy so you're not so anxious and overwhelmed. It's all making these small wise decisions, and small wise changes can add up to huge things. And then by the full moon that I can see behind your head there, you know, by the next moon cycle, the next full moon, or perhaps the new moon's in 2 weeks, but I feel it's by the next full moon, because that'd be like roughly like 4 weeks from now. It's actually 3 weeks from now, that it's kind of like, you know, because you've put, that would make sense, because you've put wheels in motion now and thought, right, I'm going to change my habits, you know, so that I can feel better about things, that roughly 3 weeks, it takes 3 weeks to form a habit, and then you start seeing things come to fruition on the next full moon. That's interesting. Oh my God, I'm running out of breath from channeling so much. Right, so, and probably that's because it was Aries moon, a lot of energy. Right, so that would count as Tuesday, Wednesday. For Thursday, Friday, we're in the last of Aries moon, going into Taurus moon. And so Aries moon is really passionate, fiery, go get them. Probably why I felt all that emotion coming through there. It's kind of like, you know, get to work, get to action, get taking action with things, passionate. Taurus then slows down again. It's about eating good food, napping, getting out into nature. And again, I think going with Cancer, that really will be about, like, you know, the towards the end of the week really will be about eating good food and, you know, chilling and keeping cozy and stuff, because both those signs are particularly about that. Right, what do we need to know? Oh, interesting. Right, so, oh my God, right, okay. So we've got fairies, environment, playtime, enchantment. Again, so isn't it interesting that I mentioned the nature, because I do feel that, you know, Taurus always reminds you of nature. So I really do feel there's a bit of, to me, fairies is that inner child, that playful element. And I feel it's quite interesting, because I was sort of told that at the weekend there, that I needed to, you know, incorporate a bit more play and colour into my life. And I really do feel, and it's funny because I actually use a lot of that within my healings for other people, but at this particular time I really did need to hear that. And it was about, you know, not taking life so seriously and bringing a bit of play and enchantment in your life. So I really do feel that you know, I've been told that message, you know, so that I could share it in this weekly too, that you need to make sure that you're bringing a bit of playtime into your life, perhaps like getting out into nature as well, where you would, oh, and it's funny, I was talking about the fairy tales, the fairy pools today in Skye, because I was there exactly a month ago. And so that's a coincidence. There's a perfect example of a coincidence. Those of you that are new to words like that, synchronicity and stuff, it's not a coincidence, that's a synchronicity. So anyway, fire, transmutation, purification. Well, if you're going by, like, you know, this was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, blah, 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 you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, and a bit of Thursday was fiery Aries moon. So I feel this is just picking up that fire needed to come in to balance all the watery energy that's about towards the start of the week. And again, it's interesting this says transmutation and purification, because I really do feel that's very relevant to the energy that I channeled today on the Facebook Live, if you go and look on my Facebook page, because I actually pulled a rebirth card that is actually from this deck as well. But this card is saying a similar thing. It's like, you know, you're taking a difficult situation, uplift your thoughts. This one was talking about maybe feeling a bit down, perhaps in the difficult part of your spiritual awakening, possibly more than likely even your dark night of the soul, if you haven't went through that already, which I would say the majority of people tuning into this will not have went through it already, so you will be in it. But it's just about doing these small things to uplift your energy. And again, the yellow to me is about the solar plexus and feelings, and that's when I felt energy on my stomach there, spirit telling me that. It's about you're changing difficult situations into more positive ones. So again, that is what I'm feeling is happening towards the end of it. So you might taking a difficult situation and turning it into something positive. Like, so something shitty happens, it made you who you are, it made you stronger, that kind of feeling. So interesting. And then I also pulled past over loved ones, and it says comfort, forgiveness, and support. So again, remember, I am a spiritual medium as well as everything else. You know, obviously when I'm doing this, I'm channeling, but the energy that I'm recording in right now is very, very good for mediumship work. So I would say that, you know, there's definitely something around towards the end of the week. Perhaps it's an anniversary of a loved one, or because, you know, the start of the week is a very psychic, intuitive energy, perhaps. And I just looked at the word intuitive on a book when I said that. I really do feel a lot of the people tuning in right now are picking up on people close to them in spirit, and it's just, this is just them acknowledging that, like, you're not imagining it, and that's why this card came out right now. But there is also, it's just there, you know, we're in Cancer season, and Cancer is about the family. So it's like, you know, just because they are in the spirit world, it doesn't mean they're not close around you. They're just close around you in a different way, giving their comfort and support. And really wanting you to make the most of your life. That's I don't know who that's for, but I mean, I'm just going with it. Right, let's just pull another. I want to pull 2 cards from here, and then I'm going to pull an animal card, and then I'm going to finish up because my voice is getting really sore. So I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like someone in spirit might have had, you know, a big smoker or something, because I didn't have a cough or dry throat before I started doing this, and as soon as I started saying that, interesting. And the wee picture on here is like a picture of a wee granny, it looks like, as well, so I'm wondering if it's someone's granny. Right, you can let me know, and you know, and in a message or a comment if you feel that was for you. I need to know. Oh, lovely. Right, so let go of anxiety. Again, picking up on what I said about that sadness, we are more prone to sadness at this time of year. Again, because it's been the solstice as well. Again, it's about endings and beginnings and rebirth as well, like the transmutation card. So there's a lot of change going on in our life right now. So we really do have to be quite, oh, fucking hell, gentle with ourselves. Where's the card? Can I get it? Yeah, right, I got it. So that means something, though. The fact that I could just chuck the card over there and it got stuck, it was kind of like, you know, you might be going through a bit of challenging times this week. And I do feel this is kind of like getting into the weekend. But it's about, you know, if you can do whatever you can to kind of uplift your energy, get into a playful state and ground yourself, that's going to help you let go of anxiety, because that's what this card says. And it says, calm your nerves and you'll be able to hear the voice of your angels. And I really do love how that fits in with this card about hearing your past over loved ones, because I really do feel, that's not what I'd say. I'd say spirit loved ones, but you know, whatever. But it's kind of like, you know, it really does feel like they tie in. Like, it's like when you get still and quiet, you'll be able to tune in and hear them better. So, and, you know, just know that you're not crazy. They really are trying to get in touch with you, and to share their message of love with you. But it's also about you sharing your message of love with others too, because Cancer season is about caring for others as well, but remembering to care for yourself is what I always say. When I see someone with any Cancer placement, I'm like, you know, it's great to be kind, but to be so kind to the point where you're being unkind to yourself, I don't think is good. So, you know, watch the balance for that. And it says, share the message of love. Rivers of love flow within you, and others may benefit from this healing energy. Be mindful of each word that passes your lips. And again, this is just about, you know, Cancer season. We're all going to be that wee bit more sensitive. Family is very much going to be in our thoughts and feelings, which again is why I feel this card came up. Like, we are missing loved ones in spirit, members of the family in particular, or people that felt like soul family that aren't with us in the physical anymore. But it's just about remembering that when you get still and slow down, that, you know, you'll be able to tune into them. All the purple is about spirituality there. God, that got very heavy, didn't it? Right, anyway, let's, again, with me being a medium, it's going to happen from time to time. It seems to be happening more often than not. Obviously, it happens in personal sessions, but when I'm doing the weeklies, it's not my intention, but obviously with spirits. Right, so the card that I've pulled is Antelope Spirit, Life is Speeding Up. Now, isn't that interesting? You know, as we're getting into the height of summer there, that I've pulled a card about life is speeding up. And we've got a 2, which is about balance, partnership, like cooperation, things like this. Business, sometimes that means, or love, partnership, whatever applies. Right, life is speeding up. When Antelope Spirit rushes into your life, you're being reminded of the quickening of your personal evolution as a powerful co-creator. You're being told unequivocally that it's time to get moving. Set your intentions and take action towards making your dreams real. There's an intensity you can feel, and it's important to take advantage of this energy right now. If you have a plan for your career or financial abundance, now is the time to step up. And that's really interesting as the weekend lands, you know, part of Thursday, Friday and Saturday is all Taurus moon, and Taurus is the second house of money abundance. So that's interesting that this is saying that, and it's the material world. So it's taking action, manifesting. It's manifesting as well, like, you know, make it happen in the real world. If you're asking about a relationship, make that first move. Just know that the intentions you have set in motion are coming together now at warp speed. Stay alert and keep up. Isn't that interesting that I said about business, cooperating, and relationships before I'd even read the card, and that was just from the number 2. So there we go. Things are getting interesting when Antelope Spirit calls you to move quickly. And then it's funny because the week lands on Sunday the 30th is Gemini moon, and again that's a very fast moon sign, sort of, you know, communication could be actually fast communication coming in for someone, I'm feeling as well. So, right, I'm going to read the protection message too, and then I might pull one more card, and then I'm going to end it. Do you feel how fast the world is changing? Like everything is moving at warp speed. It's hard to control desired outcomes or set fixed goals, because by the time you get there, you will actually have moved beyond it. Now is the time to let go and enjoy the exhilarating ride, as intentions you have set into motion in the past are coming into form with lightning speed. And I really do feel that is true with, like, it definitely heightened manifestation at this period of time, definitely within an eclipse. It's always a very weird time of fast manifestation, like instant manifestation, I would say. So be careful what you're thinking and feeling about, which is actually putting these 2 cards in the limelight again, about, you know, keep your thoughts positive and focused on what you do want rather than what you don't want, is what I'm feeling. Where was I with this? Yeah, your job is to stay the course, even if the pace feels dizzying. You may find you will change your mind 6 times or more as you improve your offerings, and that is just fine. That makes sense with Gemini moon on the Sunday as well. Make peace with the pace, for if you ride this quickening energy, you will solve challenges quickly and effortlessly instead of being bogged down. The best way to use this energy is to let go of worry. Again, that's very in line with what I said at the start of the video, and stay mindfully present as you continue to take action. Also, if something is not going to be in your best interest, no matter how badly you want it, Antelope will quickly remove it so you can move forward to what is truly meant for you. If something is taken away, be grateful and keep moving. This is not the time to sit still, but to breathe deeply as you move forward with velocity. Ooh. Right, let's pull one more card and then I'm going to go. What do we need to know to sum this reading up, Spirit? And again, remember, if you'd like to book a personal session, just send me a wee message on Facebook. Claire Marie is better than the page, but if you send to the page, that's fine. I'll message you back from there. Or you can use the booking system below if you feel comfortable to do that. But either way, that's the ways that you can get in touch with me. Or if you prefer email, it's claireverything@gmail.com. That should be below as well. Oh, wow, what a great card to end it on. Triumphant. So it's like you move through these heavier, difficult feelings, you learn to transmute them, and then you're triumphant. I love it. It says, Guardian Angel, triumphant. Boom. Well, we all know what triumphant means. It means good times, winning, you know, you're feeling good about yourself. So you're ending the week on a high. Brilliant. I love it. I hope that you end your week feeling triumphant. I hope you have a wonderful time, and let's all enjoy the wild ride and magical wild ride of eclipse season. See you later on the next video, guys. Bye.